Hey everyone, Boeing reported second quarter earnings results. So in this video, I'm going to review their financial figures. I'm also going to update my recommendation for Boeing stock. Coming into these earnings, I had Boeing stocks rated as a hold. You're going to want to know if I'm upgrading, downgrading, or keeping Boeing stock rated the same. So starting with total revenue of 19.7 billion, that was up 18% year over year. The loss from operations of 99 million was compared to an earnings from operations of 780 million in the same quarter the prior year. Here's one of my favorite things about Boeing stock, and it is that it boasts a backlog of $440 billion in orders. That's enough to sustain Boeing for several years into the future, maybe even a decade. This includes a backlog of over 4,800 commercial planes. To put that in perspective, the company only produced 136 planes in the most recent quarter. How many quarters do they have to go in order to make 4,800 planes? That's how long customers are waiting for Boeing to deliver planes. That's the level of mismatch between supply and demand that's working in favor of Boeing. In the most recent quarter, they also added net new orders of 460. So in one quarter, they added nearly 3 to 4 quarters of production in net new orders. Demand is absolutely soaring for Boeing, and that's great news for stock investors. The problem is their difficulty in effectively producing and manufacturing these planes. There's been a lot of hiccups, a lot of supply shortages. You've heard the news about defects in the plane. The FAA is coming down on Boeing about certain things about their planes they've needed to halt. And so that's the difficulty. Although the good news is that they are ramping up production and they hope to get to peak level of production around the year 2025 to 2026. Cash flow from operations improved to 2.6 billion. That was up from a negative 3.1 billion in the same quarter the prior year. So overall, another excellent quarter, I should say not excellent, but another good quarter for Boeing, making progress, ramping up production, securing new orders. However, I would like to see better progress in terms of controlling, in terms of righting their supply chain, getting their supply chains under control, since they know what their orders are going to be like for so many more years into the future. They really need to do better work on the supply side of the equation, working on the supply chain to make sure that they match up with their production roadmap, right? And that hasn't been in sync for Boeing for a little while now. So that's a critical element of the business. I'd like to see them work to improve that. Until then, I'm not going to upgrade Boeing stock to a buy. I'm going to keep it as a hold, although it did move closer to a on to the borderline because of this quarter, because of the improvement in terms of production and in the net new orders the company secured. So that's all I've got for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/Parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now.